Real quick, brothers and sisters, we want to address a couple of verses. Now we're at Hebrews 4:7. Now this is not the verse, but I added this verse along with verse 8. And before I begin, I want to say this. Whenever you ask these pastors a question, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a carnal answer. You're going to get an answer of theology or from their own mind. It's always going to happen like that. Now, I want to begin. Hebrews 4:7. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. All righty. Now, Paul is quoting David. So we're going to go to where David wrote this in the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms 95:7. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice. This is what Paul is quoting. Harden not your heart as in the day of provocation and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness. Now, Paul didn't quote all of it, but he quoted part of it. Now, interestingly, brothers and sisters, look at this. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice. What is his voice? What is his voice? Let's go to the book of Genesis 26. Genesis 26. Let's get straight to the point in verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Look what the voice was. The voice of the Lord was his laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's go to Deuteronomy 13. Deuteronomy 13. Deuteronomy 13, verse 18. When I were taking a look at the voice. What was the voice? What was the voice? Deuteronomy 13:18. When thou shalt hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep all his commandments, which I command thee this day, to do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord thy God. So his voice was the commandments. The voice of the Lord was the commandments. That was the voice. I mean, it's witness, brothers and sisters. We're showing you witness. We're showing you witness. Deuteronomy 13, verse 4. And ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice. And ye shall serve him, and cleave unto him. The voice of the Lord is the law. That's his voice. So when we go back to Psalms 95. Psalms 95:7. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will obey his voice. Obey his voice was the law, the commandments. That was the voice. That's why it says obey his voice, obey his commandments. The voice was the commandments, the laws, even in the time of Abraham. The voice of the Lord was the laws, and Abraham had that voice right along with the children of Israel. Just wanted to make that point. That's why it says, harden not your heart, as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness. See, harden not your heart. Proverbs, real quick, and then we're going back to Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28:14. Happy is the man that feareth always, that always fears the Lord and keep his commandments. But he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. So it says, he that hardened his heart shall fall into mischief. Question is, brothers and sisters, what is mischief? Because it says, he that hardened his heart shall fall into mischief. So what is mischief? Let's take a look at what mischief. Psalms 119. Take a look at mischief. What is that? What is that word? What does the Bible say about that? Nope. It's Psalms 119. That's the wrong verse, brothers and sisters. I'm going to take it off the screen. This is the verse I want. Psalms 119, verse 150. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. There's that mischief is. They are far from thy law. That's why they're in mischief, because they're far from the law. You see that? It says, they draw nigh that follow after mischief. Look at that mischief. They are far from thy law. So those that are in mischief are far from the law. Those that are in mischief are far from the law. See, the Bible is able to tell you what it wants to tell you. So when we go back to Proverbs 28, verse 14, now remember now, it says, they draw nigh that follow after mischief. Mischief, they are far from thy law. So those that go after mischief are far from the law. That's why it says, Proverbs 28:14, happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. And those that go after mischief are those that are far from the law. That's why when it says he hardeneth his heart, he shall fall into the same place as those that are without the law. Because that's what mischief is, as you can see. Psalms 119, verse 150. So I want to go back to Hebrews. See, all this stuff has a meaning, brothers and sisters, but I want to go back to Hebrews because I heard something preposterous today. I didn't want to make this too long, but now, you wouldn't believe one of these lives, again, these TikTok lives, one of these guys read this verse. But before we get this verse, I want this verse again. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye, the children of Israel, will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. The children of Israel, ye, today, if ye, the ye is the children of Israel. That's what it is. The ye is the children of Israel. Understand, brothers and sisters, we go back over it if we need to, but today, if ye will hear his voice, it's talking about Israel. Psalms 95:7, for he is our God, not all nations' God, and we are the people of his pasture, Israel, and the sheep, his sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, the ye is Israel. All right, let's go back to Hebrews 4. Verse 7. I'm just reading it one more time. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye is Israel, will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, and go into mischief like the rest of the sinners. But watch this. For if the Messiah, which is really Yahshua, had given them rest, then would he not have afterwards, let me read that over. For if the Messiah had not given them rest, then would he not afterwards have spoken of another day, But pay attention to this now. If he had spoken of another day, it says, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. Now, when it says it remaineth therefore a rest of the people of God, do you know that man on TikTok Live says that the people of God are believers? And the guy said, no, it's not. It's children of Israel. He said, no, it's believers. And that's the problem with us. We try to make things say what we wanted to say. We try to make the book in what we want. Now, need I mind you, he had no scripture with that. None. He just said it was believers. Well, fortunately, brothers and sisters, we have chapter and verse. We have scripture. Now we're going to go over a few scriptures that is going to prove the people of God in verse 9 is Israel and only Israel. That's why we say we're not going to play these games with these Christians. It says, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. Who are these people of God? Let's get the book of Exodus, chapter 6 and 7. Exodus 6. Let's see who these people of God are. Exodus 6 and 7. It says, and I will take you to me for a people. Talking about Israel. And I will take you. Well, let me read this first. Exodus 6 and 6. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, Israel, and I will be to you a God, and you shall know that I am the Lord your God, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. So right here we see that the people of God is Israel. Plain. Let's get Deuteronomy 4. Let's get into the point. Oh, verse 2. I'm hitting that button too quick, brothers and sisters. I want verse 20. Deuteronomy 4 and 20. Sorry about that. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 20. Now, the people of God, let's see who that is. Deuteronomy 4 and 20. But the Lord has taken you. Let's see. We'll stay right here. But the Lord has taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. A people. Israel, a people. A people. Let's get Judges 20. Hold on. Judges 20. You're not going to sit up here and tell us, brothers and sisters. Let's look. Judges 21. Then all the children of Israel went out, and the congregation was gathered together as one man, from Dan even to Beersheba, with the land of Gilead, and the Lord in Mizpah. Watch this. and the chief of all the people, even of all the tribes of Israel, presented themselves in the assembly of the people of God. See, brothers, you have to go back to the Old Testament. The people of God is Israel only. The people of God, 400,000 footmen that drew swords. The people of God is Israel. Now, we're going to go to the book of Psalms. We're moving on down the line, brothers and sisters, the book of Psalms, chapter 47. Verse 8, it says, God reigneth over the heathen. Yes, God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the God of Abraham. The people of God is Abraham. That's the children of Israel. The people of God are the Israelites. For the shields of the earth belong unto God. He is greatly exalted. The people of God is Israel. The people of the God of Abraham is Israel. The people of God, nowhere in the Bible, brothers and sisters, is all nations. See, Christians change it. There's that dream mentality. There's that dream mentality again. We're just going to tell you what we want. Look, watch this. The book of Hebrews 8 and 10. The book of Hebrews 8. Verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. The people of God is Israel. Hebrews 11:25. Let me go ahead on and get this over with, brothers and sisters. These Christians, Hebrews 11:24. It says, by faith, Moses. So Moses had faith, right? Yeah. When he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God. Who was the people of God? Israel. Israel was the people of God. Over and over, the people of God is Israel. There's no verse in the Bible that says believers or anybody from any nation or nowhere. See, that's that dream. They sell a dream. They're telling you what they want. This is why they have those lives to narrate. If somebody like me go on there and bust them down, I'll be kicked off like I've been kicked off before. It's about debate. You know, brothers and sisters, if you're going to debate, so-called, because I don't care about, come up with a subject. You get 15 minutes, I get 15 minutes. I present my scriptures, you present yours. But half the time we debate, those Christians go and try to neutralize the scriptures we brought out. They don't teach anything. They try to neutralize what we brought out. It has happened over and over again. Instead of coming up with a class, they'll neutralize your verses. I've been in so many debates, and that's the first thing they do. When I bring out verses, they'll try to neutralize my verses. That's not much of a debate at all. See, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God, who is that? Israel, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. The people of God was Israel. So when we go to Hebrews 4, we'll go back to Hebrews 4. In verse 9, when it says, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. Who is that? It's not believers, anybody that believe in Christ, anybody. That's crap. The people of God is Israel. there remaineth a rest for Israel only. Now, look at this. We're going to give you a couple. Nothing is done without prophecy. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. Got to have some proof, right? Now, we've already proven that the people of God is Israel from Old to New Testament. But let's look at this. Jeremiah 30:10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be at rest. The only one that was promised to rest was Israel. There it is, rest. And be quiet, and none shall make him afraid, letting you know this is future. Because right now over there, they're being made afraid all day. When Jacob is truly at rest, none shall make him afraid. Why? Because Christ will be on the earth. See, but we don't, Isaiah, can't understand how these Christians come up with, sounds good, right? Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them. Those strangers are our Israelite brothers uncircumcised. No one else is coming into that land. And I still have a part 2 to this episode to prove no one else is coming into that land but us. Those strangers were our brethren scattered all over the four corners. So we're going to prove that. Again, we always prove it. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Who's going to get the rest? Israel. We don't see rest for the nations. There is no rest. How is there? But this is what these Christians want you to believe, though. No, everybody's included. Nah, everybody's not included. No. Isaiah 11, just one more. Isaiah 11. Because I like this one. Isaiah 11:10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an insight of the people, and to it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. His rest. Now, his rest now. But it says, unto it shall the Gentiles seek. So as we keep reading, brothers and sisters, we're going to find out who these Gentiles are. Look, and it shall come to pass that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people that shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the isles of the sea. Well, wait a minute, I thought it was the Gentiles. The Gentiles, the remnant of his people. The remnant of his people are the Gentiles? Yeah, well, when you look at Hosea, and then we're going to come back here. When you look at Hosea, and even before we do that, we can look at Romans. These Christians, the Bible, brothers and sisters, watch this. Romans 9:24, real quick. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. The Gentiles, now watch. As he said also in OZ, I will call them my people, which were not my people. The reason why they were Gentiles was because they were not his people. Paul is letting us know they were Gentiles because they were not his people. And that is the reason they were not his people. But wait. It says, as he saith also in Hosea, I will call them my people which were not my people, and her beloved which was not beloved. Now look at this. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, Gentiles. When it says ye are not my people, that's the Gentiles. Gentiles. Not my people is Gentiles. That's what Paul is letting you know. Not my people is Gentiles. Now, the Christians understood this before. Now we're bringing it to light. Now it's something else. Well, we can't really take Hosea and Isaiah's account. Man, move out the way. And it shall come to pass in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. We're going to go to the place where this is written, because when you see, and it shall come to pass that in the place it was said unto them, the them are the Gentiles in verse 24. They know it. They know this. They know this. Now they got to resort to lying? Nah. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people. That's the Gentiles. There shall they be called the children of the living God. Who is and it shall come to pass in the place where it was said unto them. Who is the them that were not his people? The book of Hosea 1:11, or 1 verse 10. The book of Hosea 1. We're going to see who that unto them ye are not my people. Hosea 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. Children of Israel, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass, like Paul said, in the place where it was said unto them, the them is the children of Israel. Ye are not my people, ye are Gentiles. Not my people means Gentiles. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God, ye are the Israelites. You're not no Gentile, you're an Israelite. Yes, you are the sons of the living God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, the them is the children of Israel. Ye are not my people, which is Gentiles. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So Israel was called Gentiles. They were called Gentiles. You can't listen to these. The Christians know where we're going, and they're going to do what they can to stop it. The Israelites were called Gentiles before. They were. Right here. We're looking at it. Romans 9, Hosea, direct link. Now we go back to Isaiah. Chapter 11. Don't be fooled by these Christians. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. And to it shall the Gentiles. Who are those Gentiles? You're going to find out. Seek. You're going to find out. Now, we've already saw, brothers and sisters, that Israel was called not a people. Hosea 1 verse 10. And Paul said those that were not a people in Romans 9 verses 24 through 26 were Gentiles. So don't fall for the okie doke. The Gentiles were not a people. Israel was called not a people. So Israelites were called Gentiles as well. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. Here's this rest. Now, who's getting this rest? And it shall come to pass in that day, same day, that the Lord will set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Paphros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the isles of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed from Judah, from the four corners of the earth. Those were the Gentiles. That's going to get the rest. The scattered, uncircumcised Israelites. So when we go back to Hebrews 4, There's no rest for the nations, brothers and sisters. There is no rest. These Christians, again, with their dreams, they do this all the time. They always try to include themselves in the salvation that was never there. When it says there remaineth therefore a rest for the people of God, that was Israel, proven with scripture and New Testament verses. That people of God was Israel, not anybody from any nation that believed on Christ. These Christians now are, and we don't, and brothers and sisters, we want to make this point. If they don't keep the law, why would you trust them anyway? They don't keep the law. They break the law. So if anybody's that's breaking the law and trying to call themselves teaching me, nah. And with that, brothers and sisters, peace, love, hope to us all. The hope of Israel to us is found in Acts 26, verses 6 and 7. Lord, be with us in these last days. Pray we don't fall to temptation. All praise to the Most High, brothers and sisters. We'll be back with you very, very soon.